Overall, we've had a little bit cooler winter than usual, and so I think we have about a month late start on these daffodils. Here we are, the middle of March, and we're just getting going. Now the inside the greenhouse, on the other hand, is looking kind of happy. One of the things on my do list is to add another rail to this little memorial we have for my dad, and maybe space these a little closer together. So this is kind of the first spring in a long time that these flowers have gone unharassed. So we have some daffodils coming, and then of course we do have some perpetual flowers that seem to be fading in brilliance a little bit, but they're the all year type of flowers. But the daffodils are real. And I see we have well, it's hard to see right now, but we do have a few others popping up in the grass over here. Today we're spreading a little bit of grass seed in the old whirligig spreader. And we are out here first behind the barn, where we have an area it tends to be kind of soggy. In fact, you can see some water sitting over there. We haven't had rainfall for, let's see, this is Thursday, since Sunday really. And so this is water that kind of seeps from underground and goes overground for a while and makes things kind of soggy. But the livestock, when they're here, kind of going in and out of the barn, this tends to be a pathway that gets a little bit mucky and muddy. And then up along here by the pasture gateway, down along the other side. So what we're going to do today is spread a little grass seed, and then I'm going to try working it in a little bit with this aerator. I'm not sure that's the best tool for the job, but it's the one I got right now. Also not sure how well that's going to track through the mud. But we do have rain starting again tomorrow, so hopefully it'll germinate the seed and get her going. We're out here in an area in the front pasture where it isn't so much drainage that caused a problem as it is diggers. So we either had moles or gophers or ground squirrels, something working real hard this winter in this area out here, leaving all these little mounds of mine trailings. And I'm going to seed all that and drag it with the trailer. Hopefully I won't get too stuck in here. You can see a lot of, well, they're sort of filling in now, but some of these potholes were actually caused by the cows. You had Buddy probably weighed up 1,000 pounds or so, and he'd be walking along here, and I think he caved in a few tunnels. So hopefully we don't do the same with the tractor. I don't think it weighs as much as Buddy, but still. Always nice to see the first signs of spring. As long as the aerator was on the mower, I drag it around the yard a few times and then set the mower to the lowest. I think that's as low as we'll go for the spring. Try to get off as much of that brown stuff as possible. And in a few weeks it ought to green right up again. What a lovely day in March. It's supposed to start raining again tomorrow for a week or so. It's March 21st, and what are we up to here on the farm? Well, here's our yard light, and it's kind of sitting more in the yard right now than where it's supposed to sit. I've taken it down because it has stopped working. It's very, very dim, barely putting off any light at all. So there's sort of the redneck conduit, shall we say, that goes up the post. But before I mount it back on the post, Maybe you can tell there's a little bit of lean to it. No. Yeah. Well, anyway, see if we can straighten up that lean, and then we'll put the new light up on top. We'll put the redneck level on it here and call that good to go. Drove a couple of waste concrete wedges down around the bottom, gave it a wedgie. There we go, our new light, and a somewhat more tidied up wire on a conduit. New conduit. Well, I should say extension of conduit. Just put it in the top half too. And we should be ready to roll tonight. Kenny and Anastasia served us a wonderful spaghetti dinner, and we got to meet some of her family. It's a soggy doggy kind of day. We took a week off from the farm, ran to Boise to see my sister Lisa, and got back in last night. And it is a soggy farm we come back to, but it's looking pretty nice and green, isn't it? It's been a while since we've done actual farming on the farm report. It's about time we get after it. Much as we miss Buddy and Patch, we have been enjoying most of what they left behind, but we've been ignoring some other parts that they've left behind, and it's time to kind of get that taken care of.
Turn that belly button into a paw. And what is the, oh, that's a tail. Down there to this one. Whoop. Try this one.
Well, what do we got going on here?
Now we're painting a cabinet.
Painting the old corner cabinet. Starting with many coats. We're still, looks like, be a couple to cover. There was kind of flower lacy things on there before. Lisa done a very nice job, but we kind of wanted a different paint scheme. This cabinet was actually made by my dad in high school wood shop. So isn't that a fun story? And on the lower part here where Terry's painting, it's got a couple of doors that go in there that we're bringing those up to speed too. So stay tuned for what that looks like in the future. Today on the Farm Report, we are working on barn preservation. And how are we doing that, you might ask? Well, you know those cute, cuddly little squirrels that come around? You know what they like to do? They like to dig under the foundation of the barn. The gray diggers, anyway. So we kind of go to war with gray diggers, and they've started to emerge. And our newest gray digger, he likes to go right up and sun himself like he's on the beach, right up on top of the barn, right at the peak there, looking over the world. Either that or down here over the woodshed, sitting right there. Sitting in the sun before he's, while he's resting from whatever digging he's doing. So you might notice, in fact, a couple of shiny spots embedded into those little pot marks there from, I guess I was aiming a little high. He was sitting over here though, right here. And that was from the back door. Anyway, okay, so I'm not a crack shot, what can I say? So I've decided, rather than filling my new woodshed fascia there with more pellets. Let's go this route. What do we have here? We have a live trap that's actually on its side. Huh. It didn't start out on its side yesterday. So let's reset that. And there we go. Set for squirrel. And I put another one down the way. Let's go see what's going on with that one. Oh, that one's upright, but the doors are down. So what's going on there? Well, now wait a minute. You are not a squirrel. And those are not squirrel teeth. Where did you come from? That is one curled up possum. I don't think I want to get my fingers near that. So here's what we'll do. Lift that end and lift this end. And then let's poke that open and see if he knows enough to get out. Come on, get out of there. You don't want to stay in there. I know you're scared, but let's get on out and go do whatever you possums do. What are we gonna do? Just wait around? Come on, get out of there. I guess when you're scared, you just hunker on down, huh? Well, the latch is down there by his teeth. I'm not too anxious to, right at the end of the stick, and I'm not too anxious to stick my finger down there and latch the latch for him. What happens if we do this? There you go, Mr. Possum. Come on, get out of there. Go on. There you go. Okay. I'll take my trap away. And you can you're a pretty little dude, aren't you? Can we be buddies now? I don't have any qualms with possums, I don't think. Other than please don't mess up all my squirrel traps. They're for the squirrels. So go on your way. I'll go on my way. You got the cutest ears. You have got cute ears. Oh, I know, you're scared. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to pet you either. I must say that's not the best looking tail I've ever seen. No offense. Woo, are you cold? We'll go warm up. I'll get out of here so you feel free to do so. See you later. Go on now. Oh yes, I know you have teeth, and my, they're awfully pretty. Let's see what the critters have been up to. at some animals, will you? The farm report is getting boring.